All right, well, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Brandon Paxton, and on behalf of Clackamas Fire, our board of directors, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the Clackamas Fire Training Center for our transfer of command. This is our first in-person event in over a year, and what are the chances that it's this hot? But regardless, thank you so much. This sounded like a great idea in February when we planned it. But thank you so much for bearing with. A couple housekeeping items. Restrooms are inside the building in the back. There is one honey bucket right here to my left. And then the shaded area, there's some waters there. And we're auctioning off shade space, proceeds to the foundation. So thanks so much for being here. Today we're here to honor and recognize outgoing Fire Chief Fred Charlton and celebrate Clackamas Fire's next Fire Chief, Nick Browne. This ceremony is symbolic of the fire service, indicating the outgoing chief is transferring the command of the fire department and the responsibility of public safety to the incoming fire chief. Now, Chief Charlton officially retired back in the end of April, but we're very grateful that he's here with us today, and he's on my right, your left. Thanks, Chief, for being here. And he's going to help share in this tradition. Now, before we get into the transfer of command ceremony, I'd like to take a moment to introduce some elected officials and a few special guests. Our elected board here in the front row, or at least most of them. Board President Jay Cross. Thank you very much. Our board Vice President Thomas Joseph. Nice to see you. Director Jim Searing. And Director Marilyn Walle. And Director Don Trotter. If you wouldn't mind just standing up for me real quick, Don. Don just had his last board of directors meeting this last month after 14 years on the board. Quick math tells me that's around 168 board meetings, if I'm plus or minus work sessions and a few executive sessions and the things. So thank you so much for your service. Incredible. And Director-elect Chris Hawes is also in the front row. Chris will be joining the board and starting in July. Thank you very much. Let's see, sitting here in the front row is Chief Browne's family. Very special welcome. So glad to have you all here. If you'll please help me welcome Amanda Browne, Nick's wife, Madison, Wyatt, Grayson, and Colton. Nice to see you all. We got a showstopper right there on the left. I feel like I need to hand the mic to you. You got it. Lose my job. Great to see you all. Thank you so much for being here. This is a very special day for your family, so congratulations. It's now my pleasure to now formally open this ceremony to introduce our Clackamas Fire Honor Guard for the posting of the colors. And then the national anthem today is going to be sung by Madison Browne. So that's Nick's daughter. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to the Honor Guard and our singer. Our Honor Guard today is Ryan Patrick, Shane Thomas, John Wood, and Scott Butzer. So ladies and gentlemen, if you'll please stand, and Madison, if you'll please join me at the mic.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Present colors. Company right face. Forward, march.
Thank you all very much. And could we give Madison just one more big round of applause? Really awesome. Nicely done. Glad, Nick, I didn't look at you because it's got the quivered chin. It would have been me and everybody's Santa's. Everybody's crying. So, congratulations. Nice job. All right. It's now my pleasure to introduce our former Fire Chief, Fred Charlton. Chief Charlton served as the Fire Chief here at Clackamas Fire for 9 years, beginning on July 1st, 2012, up until his retirement at the end of April. During his time as Fire Chief, Clackamas Fire saw incredible growth, an increase in staffing, and the passing of a general obligation bond, all focused on enhancing safety and service delivery within the community. As Fire Chief, Chief Charlton was dedicated to the Oregon Fire Service and remains an advocate for firefighters and public safety, currently serving with the Oregon Fire Chiefs Association. With that, please join me in welcoming former Fire Chief Fred Charlton.
How you doing, Nick? Today is all about Nick. Madison, that was incredible. So, thank you. Thank you, Brandon. Good morning and welcome to the transfer of command and swearing in ceremony for Fire Chief Nick Browne. It's been an honor to serve Clackamas Fire for over 26 years. We're excited to transfer command today to Chief Browne as he brings a new vision and focus to Clackamas Fire District Number 1. Today is about respecting and recognizing both the traditions we hold on to and the incredible organization that we have become. Today is about reaffirming our commitment to serving the community and leading Clackamas Fire. Today is about embracing change and focusing on the Fire District's mission to safely protect and preserve life and property. Clackamas Fire is an incredibly special place to work. We build friendships, we bond as a family. First and foremost, we serve our community. We've evolved from many smaller fire departments into an internationally accredited all-hazards, progressive, and innovative emergency services provider. We've challenged ourselves to meet the ever-changing needs of our community, and we all have shown great resolve as we navigated a worldwide pandemic and the devastating wildfires of 2020. The role of Fire Chief has evolved over the decades from incident commander to community leader, from being reactive to being a strategic thinker, from demonstrating courage and bravery to embracing compassion and empathy. The fire service is built upon traditions and symbols. Looking back over centuries, we use symbols like the Maltese cross, the fire axe, fire hydrant, the trumpet, and the hook. Today, we've integrated the Star of Life, images of our community, and fire station nicknames. Chief Browne is entering into a uniquely different role than he's ever had before. Hopefully you know that. Prior to this position, he worked as a firefighter, training and responding to cries for help. As a fire officer, leading from the front, and accomplishing tactical objectives. As a chief officer, responding to escalating emergencies, communicating an effective strategy, from time to time placing an axe on his hip to keep his passion alive. Today, the role of fire chief is one of being a community leader, a planner, communicating expectations, delegating, bringing innovation and ideas to the forefront, and understanding that the men and women that make up Clackamas Fire under his leadership get the work done. On a personal note, to Nick and his family, the job of fire chief can be the most fulfilling and most stressful position in the fire department. Understand that you don't serve this position alone, and your family is and will always be part of the fire service family. That overwhelming responsibility placed on your shoulders is not a burden, rather a privilege. Every day should be cherished because you hold a time-honored position that very few will ever experience. When you need inspiration, remember your family at home, those that care about you at work, but ultimately, we love you and we support you. Nick, during your time as fire chief, I'd ask you, please try to exemplify the following. Care about others first. Create a shared vision. Model the way. Empower others. Express appreciation. Admit when you're wrong. Seek advice and input. Treat others with dignity and respect. And lead with we, not I. Now we move into the transfer of command. This is a new tradition for Clackamas Fire. We hope that this transfer of command becomes embodied in the history of Clackamas Fire, but most importantly that it's inspired and cherished by Chief Browne and your family. So Chief Browne, if you can please come forward. The most prolific symbol that describes Chief Browne and the transition of leadership is the fire axe. A traditional symbol of the fire service, the fire axe stands ready in every apparatus and is used by every firefighter to help save a life. It depicts strength, confidence, and courage. It stands the test of time. It is used by every new firefighter during their indoctrination into the fire service, and it is framed and proudly displayed when we retire. Chief Browne, it's an honor to present you with this axe and welcome you as our new fire chief.
Thank you, Chief. Nice to see you again, and thank you again for all your years of service. Appreciate that. It's now my pleasure to invite and introduce our board president, Jay Cross, for a few comments, and then he'll perform the fire chief's oath.
Welcome, everybody. I'll try to make this short, and if you know me well, you know that that's difficult in itself. A little over a year ago, we recognized the fact that we were going to have to go out and find a new fire chief, and the board had the dubious challenge of figuring how we were going to do that. We reached out to Chief Charlton and asked him, how do we do that? And Chief Charlton was put into the dubious position of having to create a process to replace himself. With the people that work for him at the time, the rest of the chief officers, they're such stellar people that those were the pool of people that were going to actually apply to be the fire chief for Clackamas Fire. So Chief Charlton was basically on his own with some help from Human Resources and a few other people, but because of the stellar leadership that we have at Clackamas Fire, the normal people that he would lean into for help, one of those people was going to be the next fire chief. So, Chief Charlton, thank you so much for putting a process together, knowing that you couldn't lean into your normal excellent leaders that you'd put in place. Chief Charlton did such an outstanding job of putting leaders in position to be the next fire chief that it made it a very difficult decision and process for the board. The board, we worked diligently and hard to try to have a process to where we could select a person, and at the end of the day, every single person that applied for that position would have been an outstanding fire chief for the fire district. There's absolutely no doubt about it. But the board was put into the position where we had to select one leader to lead a group of leaders. And today, that's what we're here to celebrate, is Nick Browne, and recognize Nick Browne as our new fire chief to lead an already large group of outstanding chief officers and leaders of the organization. So, with that, I want to congratulate Nick Browne on his new position as the fire chief and the leader of Clackamas Fire District, and we will do the oath of office now. Ready? Let's roll. Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Nick Browne,
Do hereby state
do hereby state
that I will perform my duties
that I will perform my duties
as the fire chief with Clackamas Fire District 1
as the fire chief with Clackamas Fire District Number 1
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
I will be exemplary in conduct,
I'll be exemplary in conduct,
personal appearance,
personal appearance,
and manner of speech.
and manner of speech.
I will uphold the Constitution of the United States of America
I will uphold the Constitution of the United States of America
and the state of Oregon,
and the state of Oregon,
and will obey all state and local statutes,
and I'll obey all state and local statutes,
as well as the policies and procedures of Clackamas Fire District 1.
as well as the policies, procedures of Clackamas Fire District Number 1.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Chief Browne.
Thank you.
Now I'd like to invite probably Amanda or your family to come up and pin the badge. One more time for Nick Browne, please. All right, Chief Browne, it's all yours.
I might have signed the table there, Brandon, to push a little hard. Wow. I thought I was going to be able to hold it together, but I'm having a little bit of a tough time doing that today. I'm going to blame my Princess Madison for starting that off. Thank you for doing that, Mass. Appreciate you. Chief Charlton, thank you so much for the words. And the men and women of Clackamas Fire, thank you. Clackamas Fire family and friends, fire service partners, members of the community, I'm so humbled and excited to be standing before you today as your next fire chief. I'm grateful and honored that you're trusting me with this responsibility to lead the best dang organization in the country. As I reflect back to what led me here, I think of all the people who have walked alongside me as valued mentors, friends, and family. a lot of which are sitting here today. The words thank you, they don't seem to be enough. They don't seem to describe the gratitude that I feel and that I have for each one of you for being so influential in my life. As I reflect back to this journey, first and foremost, I'd like to thank my family. I wouldn't be where I am today without you. Each and every one of you. Amanda, you're my rock. You're always by my side. In the toughest of days, you're there to welcome me home with a hug. Mass, Wyatt, Gracie, and Colty, love the peace sign bell. Thanks. Love you. Thank you so much. I'm the man I am today because of you. I don't know how I got so lucky to be blessed by our Father in heaven to have you in my life. I'm grateful for that. The men and women of Clackamas Fire family. It's an honor, and it's been an honor to serve side by side each and every one of you throughout my career. I'm excited, and I look forward to the opportunity to work side by side with you for many more years to come. I appreciate all you do, day in and day out, for the citizens that we've sworn an oath to protect, and for our organization. Local 1159, you work tirelessly to support our Clackamas Fire family and to provide the best opportunities for those who serve the public every single day. Throughout your advocacy, you have given my family the opportunities far beyond what I could have imagined when I began the fire service career many years ago. Our regional fire service partners that are here, thank you for your mentorship throughout my career. I truly believe we are better as a collective, and I've learned so much from our conversations, trainings, classes, and opportunities to share lessons learned. I look forward to the future of working together as one to make the fire service a better place for our being in it. Clackamas Fire Board of Directors, as representatives of the citizens, you've put your trust in me. Thank you. I will strive every single day to earn that trust. My mentors, you know who you are. I would not be here without your guidance and your leadership. I'm a better first person and blessed to have been able to lean on you, and thank you. There's so many others who have influenced my life and provided guidance to me along the way, and I'm forever grateful for. You know, Nietzsche said once, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. As I stand before you today as your fire chief, I want to share with you my why. And my why is fairly simple. It's our people. It's you. There's no better way and no better position for me to be able to serve, better in this position to better serve you. You see, I truly believe that the fire service is a noble cause to leave this world a better place. For me, being in this role is all about service. This role provides me the greatest opportunity to serve each and every one of you and each and every one of the members of the public that we've sworn an oath to protect. We are here as a fire service. We are here to serve. We are here to give of ourselves for the cause that is bigger than oneself. We have the opportunity to be a light in the darkest of days for members of the public and for each other. It's truly an honor to be able to serve those that give of themselves every single day, to ensure that when a 911 call is dispatched, that the A-team shows up and that the emergency is mitigated. From our line personnel to our support staff, everybody has a piece of this cause. As I close today, I commit to you my focus on building up, enhancing, and protecting the team to ensure we achieve the greatest things as an organization. We have unmatched talent, creativity, and drive to be industry leaders and to provide the highest level of service to those that we've sworn an oath to protect. I am here to do the work and serve alongside our firefighters, staff, volunteers, and public to meet our mission every single day. Now, with that, it's inevitable that this life that we get, we have trials. It's inevitable that we'll face trials as an organization. But you know what's special about Clackamas Fire family? Is that when there's trials, through the difficult times and through the good times, we come together as one. We buoy each other up, and we focus on, and we never lose focus on the why behind why we exist, and to serve in this noble calling of the fire service. In a world that is full of turmoil and tumult, I would like to leave you with the following thought. Vice never leads to virtue. Hate never points to love. Cowardice never reflects courage. Doubt never inspires faith. And I know that as a team and side by side, there's nothing we can't accomplish together as we keep fighting the good fight for the citizens that we've sworn an oath to protect. I love your faces. Thank you very much. One quick thing, I just want to give a quick shout out to Brandon, Tracy, Rachel, training staff for setting this up. There's been a lot of work that has gone into this, and I can't thank you enough for making this day special, and appreciate everybody. Thank you.
All right. I think I got some sunscreen in my eye or something at some point early on. I'm good now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Nick. We're so proud of you. Our organization is behind you. We're here to serve, and couldn't be more inspired and appreciate all you've gone through to be here. It doesn't seem like that long ago when we did that lateral entry higher. Probably won't do another one, but anyway, you're here now. So congratulations. We're so glad you're here. With that said, we are to that point of the ceremony. We are wrapping it up. If you'll all please join me in standing, we're going to retire the colors with our honor guard. Honor guard, all you. applause for the honor guard. And ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude our transfer of command ceremony. Thank you again for joining us on behalf of Clackamas Fire, our board of directors. We appreciate you being here. I know Nick's family appreciates you joining us today. We do have a professional videographer. This will be available to view on Monday, as well as some photographs of the event as well. So again, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Please stay cool, stay safe, and have a nice day. Thank you.